Hi all, it's Maureen here at Stitchy Mac, and I am back for a hopefully a little short update. Just we're on August the 13th. A sneaky wee day off work. I took a long weekend, so I'm just catching up with stuff. I thought, great, I've got an afternoon. I'm just sitting down to watch some Flosstube, do some stitching. Quickly give you a little update. So. Last time I spoke to you, I think I was doing the World Cup stitch along. Yeah, that kind of happened, and that was a while ago, and I don't really know where anything else is. So July, so we're just going to skip to July. So obviously July I'm participating in 100 days of Heaven and Earth. So I'm working on my mini captive by Marta Dalek, and I'm really enjoying it. And I like the fact that there's no specific amount of stitches I need to do. Because the rules are a bit mental with the whole like posting it on this time and posting it and trying to work out where I am, when I am, with the time difference. It's like, whoa, what day we are? But apart from that, but the fact that you don't have to be worrying about counting your stitches, doing anything, that's great. There's days I've been doing maybe 10 stitches, days I've done 100, it's great. And I feel like I'm making some kind of progress on it. So without further ado, I will show you where I am. So, oh, actually, I'll just take it off here because this will give you a full idea. So, I have been, let's just kind of fold that down there. Right, so, I'm just going to hold that in my mouth, don't let anybody see. But I've been working on, so this is obviously from halfway down. I've basically been doing in this, I've filled in the bottom here, my little dove. And this is coming down to this is the bottom, the end. I just went to some of the doors there, but no, that's not fair. And then this stuff was a dress. So I've been kind of doing all around here, because this is quite confetti heavy. So I'm kind of going between like little blocks and then a little bit confetti. So like this is another shadow of a dress. Lots of nice cream, shadow, cream, shadow. So I'm just kind of, I think my plan is just to kind of work down through there. And then I'll come back up here. But like I say, it's been great. As everyone has said, you think you don't really appreciate it until you look back at the picture and go, all right, actually, no, I've actually done a fair bit. So this is stitched 32 count 1/1 on a kind of, I don't know, some random linen or even weave. Yeah, and I still love it. I absolutely love it. And I literally am parking these ones here. The 32 count 1/1 is pretty intense and can be quite messy and hard to keep track of. So I literally am doing row. I've worked out through trial and error, literally doing row by row on the confetti bits, filling in the blocks. So that's it. So I think we must be about day 45, somewhere like that. I think I posted maybe day 43, something like that. So coming up halfway through. But that's pretty good. So again, I'll just kind of, I've no hard and fast plans as to where I'm going to, what I want to achieve from it, just to get some of it done. I love this piece. And I'm really enjoying it. And I'm thinking I might actually, once this 100 days is over, I'll just carry on doing that, just working on it every day. The only downside I found is like I was doing like another full coverage piece and going between two on the one day. I started like forgetting to change, like looking at the wrong so I put the wrong colour and I'm going, this just doesn't look right. And then I realised I was looking at the sheet for the other full coverage, so I'm kind of like, I might not do the official 100 days ahead, but I may just do my own, and it'll be like, if I'm not working on this, if I'm working on another Heaven and Earth piece, or I'm working on another full coverage piece, that will be my days. It's basically 100 days of, or every day is a full coverage day. That's my plan, because I feel like that you are making progress. I had participated in the Scottish Stitching Retreat, trying to do the challenge of doing 7,500 stitching a month. Don't know why I thought I did. I think I did 2,800. Which is probably, it's quite a lot for me, but yeah, I was like nowhere near it. But I took part, did my best. So that was that. So also then, with it being July, full coverage Fanatics, the seasonal stitch alongs. So I'll show you what I've been doing for that. So I started summer in June 21st. So I've finished. So I've still got another month to go. But I'll show you where I've got lots of threads. So, hang on a minute, if I take this off. I will show you where I've got to. So, winter, spring, summer, obviously going to be autumn. So these are the Story Keeps from the Story Keep Labyrinthine. Stephanie Law, maybe. Don't quote me on that. That might be absolute nonsense. But anyway, the Labyrinthine Story Keeps seasonal ones. So I decided I would do them all in one big, huge chart. I thought that would look really nice. And it does. So obviously I'm just going to fill in. This runs up to September the 21st. I'm due to start on autumn. So I've just got this little bit here to fill in. This is all very purpley and greys. I'm loving seeing how... it's really hard to show you the colours. But how they all look, like the pictures pretty much just look the same, obviously, apart from the red. But there's actually so much colours, like lots of purples, lots of greys, lots of blues and everything in that one. Anyway, so that's going to go back away till September. Yeah, I did what I wanted to do for... We're in August now, aren't we? Yep. So I did what I wanted to do for August. So I'll pop it away and go back to that in September. Right, next piece is my little temperature garden. Again, I've kept up to date with this. I'm very pleased with that. Kept up to date with that. So we're now in the middle of August. We had a few more wee hot days in July, but generally it's been around 18, 19, 20. So we're kind of in the golds and yellows. And I don't think it'll be long till those greens come back out. Generally that's it. Summer's kind of over here. Because our kids go back to school like next week, and what I can remember, like when you went back to school, you maybe had like 1 or 2 days where, sorry, I'm playing about, you know, where it was warm, but from now it's grey, pretty much just grey. So I did that, and I've got 2 finishes to show you though. Fully finished as well. Because I think I possibly had it. Yeah, I think I had it finished, and then I fully finished it on June the 30th, so it was ready for July. And it is July. This is my Snowflower Diaries, Joyful something another, such a long, you all know what I'm talking about. All the little freebies, Snowflower Diaries. I haven't done the rest of the year. I started randomly in July because I liked it. This was done with, I've kind of followed the colours, but I just used my own stuff. So this was DMC 48, love, love, love. That's where my flamingos. And that was that. So I finished it. I just cut some Rice Krispies. Rice Krispies cereal boxes, find it there with good stuff. Ironed it on. It's dead classy, like. You can't see it when it's done up. I was originally going to do it like, I don't know what, and somehow I ended up with it like that. So I've literally just sewn the top together. Added in, this was some old thread, picker silk. So I can hang it up if I so desire, but what I've been doing is having it sitting up, sorry. There you are, see? On my fireplace. I'm dead chuffed with it. So I did that. And then I did... Okay. He's so cute. I love my little doggy. And anyway, this was a near disaster. While I was doing August. Round about here. I was eating some chips and curry sauce. Silly me. And there was some tiny, tiny, tiny little curry specks there. And I was like, I could have just gone over them with some flowers and made it part of the pattern because they were kind of that colour. Oh, I could just go with them. But no, I'll wash it. Yeah, turns out Gentle Arts thread. Oh my god, look at that. How bad is that looking? A little bit hanging down. Where did that come from? God's sake. Gentle Art threads are pretty colour fast. Turns out though, this colour here, I don't even know what colour it was. I don't think it was a Gentle Arts. I think it was something else. Yeah, turned out that one wasn't. They're soaking it away and then pulled that one. So all of this colour here had ran. So this was here and up in the butterfly. So it was all like colours like, oh, that's a bit crap. I was kind of like, well, it's only going to be for me anyway. It'll no matter. So I thought, well, might as well be hung for a sheep as for a lamb. Chuck it in the washing machine, see what happens. And good old Ariel came to the fore and pretty much took out all the colour because I think this colour is actually darker. I vaguely remember it being a bit darker. I think it took out like all the colour. But anyway, it came up trumps. And yeah, I mean, no, it was like literally, this was all kind of coloured green. So that was that. So I chocolate shredded this time. And a little bit of green. And my little brown polka dot stuff. I really like it. It's so cute. So yeah, so that's now going back onto my fireplace because we're still in August. Yay! And then maybe about 10 years time I might do the other because I've got my September, October. I've done the November house. I've got the September, October house, which is the French ones. So I'm going to do those next. So maybe next year I'll pick up another couple of months for these. They're quite cute and quite easy. And it's also really nice just to use up. Again, I just matched up kind of colours kind of to roughly what the suggested colours were. Using up just over dyed threads that I have. And I learned how to do lazy daisy stitches. I told you if I had to YouTube that. I didn't have a clue what that was. So that was 2 finishes. Yummy. So that's pretty much been it though. Because most of my stuff, the full coverage piece has been, I've been concentrating on it. So for the rest of August, my plans for August were for working on mini captive, finishing up that, and then the next finishing August, keeping up to date with temperature charts. So that's all that done. So only the next thing I need to do is the challenge number 3, the Scottish Stitching Retreats, is work on, I think it's 500 stitches on something you find challenging. So, oops, that's not. Oh, I can't bother showing that. So I'm coming out my, it's been neglected, my plans for getting sides finished and everything, and it is a challenge. It's a challenge just actually getting it back out. Once it's got back out and I'm stitching on it, I'm good to go. But my 500 stitches I'm going to do around here. That's my plan. So it's coming out next to play. Oops, I need to find this, just fallen off. So that's it, stitching wise. There probably has been other stuff, but who knows? It'll reappear at some point. So life-wise, not much happening. Just back to work tomorrow. It's just fun. I was a bit off this weekend because my daughter was skating. My daughter is 18, still skating. We went up to Dundee for our first skating competition in 2 years. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, it turns out they've like changed like the criteria for stuff, and she ended up her spins didn't even get counted. Her score was awful, and she was all upset and like, and ironically, like, it's one of those. She was always falling over and everything. She actually did everything she was meant to do and did it all in the order she was meant to do. She skated a lot worse before and placed a lot better, but the odds are against her now. So we've got another one in a couple of weeks, and it was just like, oh god, really, we've come all this way and this is it. But no, that's fine. The thing is, I enjoy doing it though. I enjoy spending the time. I don't really care. She's never going to be an Olympian skater. I mean, it's just a bit of fun. But I enjoy spending the time with her because she's 18 and wants to go out all the time. And in the summer, well, actually, no, I've seen a lot of her this summer because she's been working a lot. So she's been at home rather than been out at the boyfriend's all the time. But so she's been at home a lot. But yeah, I know I'm only going to get like a few, you know, I'm aware that I'm going to get a few more years left and then, you know, she'll be away. Oh God, we went to see Mamma Mia. If you haven't seen Mamma Mia, oh, it was so good. She's loved it since she was like a little girl and I've loved it. So we went to see that. I actually need to go back though and see it again though so I can actually like appreciate the film because I just cried from start. Pretty much, don't get me wrong, we'd been at a special screening and it was a charity screening, so they gave us like Prosecco and canapes, and then we went to the cinema and then we got more Prosecco and more ice cream and everything. It was great. It was a really, really good night. It was for charity. Real chuff. Oh my God, though, but I properly was like crying just for most of the film. Like, by the end of it, it was practically sobbing. I think just because it's quite a mother and daughter film. I was with my daughter. Yeah. So I would quite actually go back and see and go, oh yeah, I don't actually remember that bit. I think I was crying too much that bit. But Pierce Brosnan, oh, I still would. Oh my God. I love that man. But yeah, it was good. And Neve actually wants to skate. She skated before Tab and now she wants to use it again. I was like, don't play that song at the end. At the song at the end. You cannot play that. All you would hear is me sobbing hysterically in the corner. It wouldn't be a good look. I'm not that normally an emotional person. I'm quite cold-hearted at times, I think. But oh my God, that just... No. I was a goner. Absolute goner. So enjoyed that. That's it really. Otherwise, I haven't been on holidays. I haven't done anything exciting. Went to Garvin today. It was one of those... My son was off. He was like, I've always wanted to go on the train. He's like, there's this train line that runs like by our house, and we're like, yeah, I've never been on the train to Garvin. I don't actually know where the train goes. Let's go and see where it goes. So we did that, and we got ice cream, and then came back. And now my feet hurt, and I want to actually just go to sleep. I may actually just do it. I may actually just go for a wee nap. I'm just getting so old. I love a wee afternoon nap now. It's like, oh my God, and all my physical ailments going on. It's like this getting old is crap. Absolute, just not good. So on that cheery note, I'm gonna go. I maybe go for a wee sleep. I'll see. I'm thinking I can do some stitching, but I think I might actually fall asleep. My head in the. So I'm gonna go and try and read my book and fall asleep. Very, very interesting. I'm reading Vanity Fair at the moment, and I'm about halfway through it, and I've seen they're advertising it on ITV that they're doing a version of it. You know, a dramatization of it. It's like starting September. I'm like, but I need to finish the book. I'm only 50% and it's taking ages to read. It's like really quite long. I'm having to skim it a bit. Anyway, so I'm going to do that, but if I read, I will. That's my problem. I start reading in 2 pages later. I'm conked out. So anyway, cheery bye for August. I may see you in September. It may be October. It may be November. Could be next week. Who the hell knows? Anyway. Cheery bye for now. Happy stitching all.